I do welcome you to Bible Times. I'm Willard Pless, and we're here looking at what the Bible gives about what's going on in this world and what's taking place right now, because we're in the end time days. The last days started at Pentecost, and since 2000 we've been in the end time days for 24 years. And this is what's going on here. And we're talking about Jesus' return and looking at what the Bible gives about when he will return. Now, the Bible doesn't give the day and the hour, because we know that. So we're not trying to give the day or the hour, but the Bible does give the time and the season by the signs of the time, and then by the parable of the fig tree is given the season. Jesus done that in Matthew 24. And we're looking at some things that's pointing to Jesus coming soon, that he's coming back in April and May of 2026, this year that we're in now. And let's look a little bit about what the Bible teaches. Now, the Bible teaches that Babylon will be back for the end time days. And you see that in the scriptures, but see, I can't get you to see that. I can't give you that understanding. I can talk about it because I can understand it, but I can't give you understanding, so I hope you realize that. Only Jesus gives understanding. And so we're talking about this, and the Bible teaches that Babylon will be back, and one like Nebuchadnezzar will be back. Daniel told Nebuchadnezzar there in his book that he would be down for 7 times. And we learned that the 7 times takes in the statue of the dream that Nebuchadnezzar had. And we know that America is the feet and the toes. That's going to be here in the end time. And so America has become Babylon. And President Trump has become the leader of Babylon. He's the new Nebuchadnezzar, has the same spirit in him that Nebuchadnezzar had. So you can look at this thing through politics and through the world and through the news media, but we look at it through the Bible. We want to know what the Bible's teaching. And the Bible teaching that President Trump would come as the leader of this new Babylon. And he would come to power, but he would be taken down. And when he was taken down in 2020, see, that's the 7th time. And we've talked about that. You can look through the statue and come up with that time. So he was taken down in 2021. And that's when they flooded Capitol Hill. That was the head that the Bible talks about that would get wounded. Washington, D.C. has 7 heads, and Capitol Hill is one of the heads. So we've already talked about all this on previous videos. And so we want to look at President Trump being taken down. He was taken down in 2020, and we know that Capitol Hill was flooded in January the 6th in 21, and he was taken down. But the Bible teaches that he would be given the ability to come back. And he was taken down in 21. And in November, on November the 6th in 2022, President Trump received his ability to return. And the Bible says it'd be for 42 months. So November the 22nd, November the 6th in 2022, that he received his ability to return. And it'd be for 42 months. And you can count that up, and when you come to May of 2026 here, this will be the 42 months. Of course, he came back here in 2025. He came back, and see, the Bible teaches that he would be given the ability to continue. So it's like Nebuchadnezzar when he saw the tree, and the tree was cut down, the stump was left. See, that's the same way it was with President Trump. He was taken down, but the stump was left. So he never really went away. See, the roots is already there. And the Bible teaches that Babylon will be back for the end time days. You can get into Revelation here and realize that. And Babylon started coming visibly back after 2000, when the Twin Towers were taken down. And then the New World Trade Center opened. And in 2016, 17 here, we know that President Trump came. And Paul talked about that in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, about him coming to be revealed. So he was revealed. And then, he was taken down. And that was the 7th time for Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar. And then in 2024 here, he came back. And the 42 months, he will come to his 42 months when we come to May of 2026 here. So he was given the ability to continue. And you can read that in Revelation chapter 16. Revelation 13, excuse me. Revelation 13, you can read that he'd be given the ability to continue for 42 months. And he was given that on November the 6th. See, when Marco Rubio had the rally for him there in Florida, see, that was giving him the ability to continue. So he continued with the roots. He still had roots in the Republican Party. He still had roots and had control. And then he came back in 2024, and really took office in 2025. And see, the 42 months here from from November the 6th, when Marco Rubio had to rally there in Florida for him, and that's when he received the ability to return. And so he returned, and he was given the ability to continue for 42 months. So you count from November the 6th, 2022, and you count 42 months, you will come to May in 2026. And we're trying to help people to see what the Bible's giving. This is what we're doing. We're giving Bible. We want to follow this thing through the Bible and know what the Bible's saying. And see, the reason God's doing this, he don't want you to be in the dark. He don't want you to not know, not understand. Now, the Bible teaches that he would come as a thief in the night. But see, Paul said there in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, he said, we're not of the night. We're of the day. We're not to be caught as a thief in the night, because we're to be looking and be able to see and understand and know what's going on. And see, the only way you can see this is you got to walk with Jesus. You got to talk to him. You got to talk to him. You got to walk with him. You got to listen. I've come to realize that the disciples that followed Jesus, they had a problem with listening and hearing what he was doing and teaching. And they proved that. When he raised Lazarus from the dead, see, that he said he was asleep. And the disciples didn't know what he was talking about. They said, well, if he's asleep and he's going to get well. And even in the Garden of Gethsemane there, they had a problem of hearing and seeing what was going on. So you may say, I'm a follower of Jesus, but are you really listening? Are you really hearing what the Bible's saying? I'm not talking about just reading I'm talking about understanding the meaning. And you're not going to do that unless you really walk with Jesus. You got to talk to him. Tell him, I want to see, I want to know. I want to understand the Bible the way it ought to be understood. And I want to be a part of giving the Bible in the way it ought to be given. And that's what we're trying to do. I know I've got a lot of pushback, and that's okay. Paul pushed back quite a while before he came around. And sometimes people that push back the hardest are the ones that will come around and be the strongest. So we don't mind people pushing back. You can push back all you want to. I don't hate you. I pray for those that are not being able to see and understand, and pray that they will come to be able to understand. But you got to talk to Jesus and walk to him before you can. So you got to really get in there and talk to him from your heart. Walk with him and through the Scriptures. You got to study and read the Bible with him and talk to him about it. If you read his thing there and you don't understand, say, I want to see this. Give me understanding. Help me to see. Daniel done that in the dreams and things that he was receiving that he couldn't understand. He was asking God for the understanding. And see, we need to do the same thing. So talk to Jesus. That's what we're trying to really get people to do. We're trying to get people to really talk to him and walk with him and be able to see what he's really talking about here in his book. It all makes sense. But you got to walk with him, fellowship with him, because if you don't, it won't make sense to you. And I hope you'll do that. That's what we're trying to help people to do. And I hope you do that. And so God bless you, and you have a great day.